The other thing is about whether an anarchist can support the Palestinian state, which I think one can. I can give like really simple reasons. The one is that, yeah, okay, there's a contradiction here, but there are whatever, even humanitarian considerations that would trump an otherwise uncompromising anti-statism. I mean, it does no good to tell the Palestinians, like, sorry, that have to be non-citizens of military occupation until we're done abolishing capitalism and so on. So, you know, that's the one thing. The other thing is that, as an anarchist, I oppose the state as a form of social relations, not this or other state. So, you know, even if we had one world state tomorrow, it would be as bad or worse than what it is today, although we would have abolished like 180 states in the process of creating it, right? So it's the qualitative issue, and here you can see very easily the Palestinians already live under a state, Israel, right? So if you put a Palestinian flag or an Israeli flag on that state, if it's a Palestinian elite or an Israeli elite, it would be at worst as bad, in principle. Probably much better, because however corrupt a pseudo-democratic Palestinian state would be, it's better than a military occupation. Third thing, look, a two-state solution seems to be still to be the least unachievable, or the most, the most immediately achievable thing. I mean, I think that, you know, probably like, but it's not a solution, right? The only solution is a no-state solution. No borders, no weapons, no social classes. But on the way, I think that anything that would achieve a major reduction of the violence as soon as possible and would allow other social struggles to flourish, would allow a lot of collective psychotherapy almost, or you know, work on trauma and collective trauma. Anything that would enable that would give us a better direction for future struggles. So we can have two states soon, or we can have another, I don't know how many years of actual apartheid ending up in a binational state, right? Which of that positions us better in the road towards no borders, no weapons, no social classes? Okay? For me, the first one is just more immediate, a lot less people killed on the way, probably, you know. So that's just that strategical thing. And the ultimate answer is, like, do I support a Palestinian state? Who is asking me? Like, nobody, right? It's not as if whatever the elite sign is going to depend on what we have to say. So the concrete solidarity on the ground, the struggle in the present tense is what matters. So when, you know, Palestinians, Israelis, and internationals break a curfew, remove a roadblock, damage the fence, whatever it is, they're doing something that's quite, you know, doesn't really need to be put in the context of what state arrangement they envision, right? Something immediate, something that has its intrinsic value. So that's the piece of that. That's kind of, well, you don't need to buy the book now.